Hello, afternoon. Happy Friday to everyone. Again, it feels like it's been a really long week, although doing these tutorials has made the week go quicker, so that's been really nice. It's been really good. Hello guys, say hello when you come on, so I know that you're there. I'm just gonna set up my laptop now as well so I can see all your lovely comments. There we go. Hopefully I'll be able to see them as they come up. There we go. Joe, hello Joe. Nice to see you. Virtually. Hi Lynn, nice to see you. Happy Friday everyone. I have these fabulous earrings on today that I wanted to show you. I can hold you close, there we go. Can you see? So I've got these fabulous little crocodiles eating my ears. Aren't they great? I love them. Love them. Hi Cheryl. Oh, Anvu. Hi Vu. Hi Vicky. Hi Victoria. Hi Severin. I'm sure that's Charlotte as well. Nice to see you. Cool. You're all coming to make it. Hope you're well. Hope you're enjoying Friday, which is all good. Hi Claire. Oh, I think that's Lena. Hello Lena. It's been a good week. I was flicking back over all of your fantastic artworks that you've created this week, and the difference in everybody's work as well, which I love seeing that. That it's not prescriptive, that actually everyone's got their own take on something. Is absolutely brilliant to see. It's so nice to see everyone's. Hi Helen. Hi Zia. Oh, Cheryl loves the crocodiles. Good. They're hanging off my ears very nicely there. So just to let you all know, for anyone that doesn't know, it's Paper Craft Week next week. So for Monday, you will need 6 pieces of square bits of paper. Hopefully you all know how to make a square bit of paper. No smaller than kind of A6 sort of size. And you'll need preferably double-sided tape. You can do it with glue stick, what we're doing on Monday. But it takes longer because it takes longer to dry. Double-sided tape is much stronger, it's much better. So try and use that. Hello, oh Melissa, that's Charlotte. Hello Rosie and Edith, and I'm presuming Harry and Sarah as well. I'm sure everyone's there. So bear with me while I try and pop you into the holder here, so that I can go hands-free and start some painting. So today we're going to do a summer tree. So it's going to be kind of rainbow coloured. And we're going to have to work quite quickly with this one, because we want those colours to blend while they're wet. So we want to keep it quite wet, so we want to move fairly quickly with this one. Now I'm going to use the colours straight out the palette, because that's going to be one of the ways to get nice bright colours, nice bright and bold colours. So that's what we're going to do today. Okay, so again, I'm just going to bend you guys down so that you can see the whole of my picture there. Hopefully you can see that. Grand. Hello Tabitha and Jocelyn. Grand stuff. Glad you're all joining us. So I'm just going to start with just a very narrow piece at the bottom here that's going to start our tree. So I'm going to use I might use a couple of different greens actually. So again, I'm just working straight out of the palette, and I'm just going to build it almost like a little hill here. There we go. Bright and bold is the best. Yes, it is. I think that might be Lena. Yes, it is. Definitely. We like big, bright and bold colours. Especially today. It's gone a bit cloudy today. So can you see that I'm just using the water here almost to kind of spread that colour, that pigment. And I'm going to just use a darker green to just add along the top there. More kind of emeraldy green colour. Just to give it a bit of depth and a bit of variety going on there. Okay. So then the tree, again, we're going to add that in straight away. I'm going for quite a darker kind of brown colour here. And the reason I'm adding this straight away here is because you can see that it just starts to blend into that green. So don't want harsh edges there. So I'm just going to add that tree in there. And I'm going to go up a little way. So I'm probably going to go up only maybe to about there. Okay, because the rest of that then is going to blend into some colour. So I'm not too worried about that at the moment, but I quite like this kind of blend that's coming in here. So we have sunshine. Who's that? Oh, have you got sunshine up in Wales? Yeah, there's some sunshine here, but it's quite cloudy today. It's quite cloudy. So we're bringing in the colour here. Hi Dad, waving away, hello. So I'm just going to outline just a couple of branches, but you don't have to do the whole thing. It's just to give you a guide for when you put that colour on. Okay, so I'm literally just going to go, so I'm going to probably have one out here. And I'm just using the very, very tip of the brush, the very edge of the brush to do that. So I'm going to one come out here. There. Maybe a few at the top here. Again, you don't have to see the whole thing. It's just as a guide for that colour. Ooh. Here we go. Okay. So can you see that I've just literally got a guide there? Okay, who've we got? Hello from Chris and Sophie. Hi Chris and Sophie. Jake from New Zealand. Hello from New Zealand. Awesome. Isn't this amazing that everyone can join in from literally all over the world? That's awesome stuff. Elena, it was raining a little. Yeah, it's been a bit miserable. Okay, so I'm going to move fairly quickly from here because, again, we don't want it to dry and we want to kind of blend all those colours. Now, the real kind of trick to this is leaving gaps, okay? So when you're splodging on this colour, it's important to leave gaps in between. And then as we come further out to the edge of the branches, we leave even more gaps. So if I do this one first, I was going to use a yellow, but if I use an orange, and I'm just going to work straight from the palette so we get those nice big bold colours. So if I use an orange here, it will hopefully show up more. So you can see that I'm literally just dabbing away at the colour. And then as I come down towards the trunk, I might come out here a little bit. As I come down towards the trunk, I'm going to switch colour and I'm going to start adding in a green. Okay, this bit where the trunk joins, don't worry too much about that because we're going to blend that later. Okay, and you can see that as I'm coming in towards the middle, there's less gaps as well, so you've got more dense foliage there, so it's closer together. And I might just quickly add a bit of sort of yellowy green coming up here into this. So you can see that I'm also kind of slightly following the shape of the branch a little bit there as well. And I might add some blue on the end there. So yes, we are going to use all of these colours, even blue. We're going to have blue leaves. and you're literally just dabbing that colour straight on. And again, you can get lots and lots of pigment on your brush here. It doesn't have to be watery at all. So, can you see? Yeah, so you're literally just blobbing that colour on, but leaving lots and lots of gaps. Everyone's just said, can you hold it up a sec? I'm holding it, I'm holding it. Yeah, so there's lots of gaps there, but as you get kind of more towards the branch and towards the trunk, you're getting, it's becoming more dense, so it's coming closer together. So hopefully everyone can see that. I don't know whether there's a bit of a delay between my video and me showing you. So hopefully you can see that. So I'm going to keep going with this colour. I might go back to a bit of green. I might go a bit of bit more of a vibrant green here. And again, going straight into that blue as well and back into that yellow. Just to come out a little bit. I'll hold this up again so you can see that blending of those colours. Hopefully everyone can see this. Hopefully everyone can see this clearly. Lena, beautiful. Thank you. So can you see where those colours are really blended, which is why you've got to move fairly quickly, because you don't want it to dry too much that you can't blend them together. Okay, and then you literally just keep going with all these different colours. I've got a beautiful purple colour on here as well, so I might use a little bit of that. And it's just about getting that kind of balance of colours. There we go. I use that purple on the other side of that tree, actually, of that trunk. And it stays quite dense, as I say, the closer together it is to the trunk and to the branches. But it's just, the key to this is leaving those gaps. And as it comes away from the branch, you can see there that you've got just a few kind of spots on their own as well. And again, I'm just using the very, very tip of the brush. So you get really nice small pieces, small dots going on. So I'm going to rinse that and bring in that blue again. I think it was that blue that I used. Again, you can kind of start using all of the colours that you've got here, really. How are we all doing? Is everyone kind of okay with this? It's a bit of a trick of less is more, and then if you feel that it needs more, you can always add more afterwards. So don't worry about that. I might go for a bit of a lighter blue in here as well, a bit of a cornflower blue, which is a nice colour. And bring it off there. There we go. And again, don't forget to overlap those colours so you don't get kind of stark shapes of the colour, almost rows of the colour. You want them to overlap, you want them to blend together. And you just keep going, just keep working your way up the tree. Don't forget your points at the end. So I'll do the next branch up so that you can see what I mean by those kind of points going on. A bit more pigment there, that was a bit watery. And if you get, big splodges of colour together, let it happen. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Who's that? We're trying to catch up, Chris and Sophie. Don't worry. Take your time. These videos will all be saved on our Facebook page as well, so you can always catch up later and re-watch it. And if there's a bit you missed, that's not a problem. You can catch up. Might put a nice big green bit here actually as well. So you can really get those colours blending as they're going. I'll hold this up in a second so you guys can see a little bit more of what I'm doing. Yeah, don't worry guys, if I'm going too quick, don't worry. You can slow it down. So can you see there we've got those really nice colours blending together. Mine aren't blending, so I'm using water. Yeah, absolutely. So just add a little bit more water. If you find that they're not blending as well, just drop a little bit more water in there. That's not a problem at all. You can see where I've used more water in this one down at the bottom here, where it's created this beautiful effect there that I didn't necessarily mean to happen, but happy mistake, shall I say, with all those bits there. Okay, what colour should I use next? Let's use this really nice deep dark blue. It's a beautiful colour blue actually there. I'm going to build this up here. I do very much like blue. I'm liking the fact that I've got 3 different blues in my palette here. You'd never guess that I like blue, would you, for my hair? I don't think there's enough blue. There's not enough blue flowers or blue food. There's not enough blue food in the world either. Let's use this red. So as I say, I'm literally just getting a lot of pigment on my brush. Big, bright, bold colours is the trick to this. And you don't necessarily have to do them in kind of sections going up either. You could do, like I'm going to do the red on one side here, and then do another colour on the other side. You can really play around with this and mix it up a little bit. And just make sure that you keep blending. I have 3 greens. So you like the greens? Green your favourites? Yeah, I do like blue. And these kind of pictures. I think they're nice and big and vibrant. Okay, and I'm going to take a kind of orange up here. Into this bit here. I will hold this up in a second so that you can all see what I'm doing. And again, just let all those colours kind of run together. I might actually put a bit more of that blue. I might make that a little bit wider down here. Oh, I've got a big blob there. We'll go with it. We'll go with it. I like it when that happens. Happy mistakes happen. Okay, so can you see where I've got to there? So you can see where it comes further out to those points. Just dot it on. Don't worry too much about leaving big gaps. It actually looks really nice with those big gaps going on. The further out from the branches that they are. Okay, you get that kind of spray of colour. And then just keep going. Just keep going, keep following your branches. Keep using lots and lots of different colours together. Just random, it's just random colour. And you'll see as you get to the top, you think, actually, no, that needs a bit more blue, or that needs a bit more green, reds. You'll notice the kind of colours that you'll need. How's everyone doing? Everyone's gone very quiet. So I'm assuming you're all concentrating on getting the tree done. Don't worry, don't panic. So while you're carrying on doing that, I'm going to tell you about the weekend challenge. So your challenge this weekend is with a piece of watercolour paper. So Katie, you might need to hold on to your watercolour paints. With a piece of watercolour paper, you're going to split it up. I've done circles, you don't have to do circles, but you're going to split it up into different sections and try and do as many different watercolour techniques as you possibly can with your watercolour paints. So as many as you can fit on the page, kind of split it up into sections. As I said, it doesn't have to be circles. And then take a picture and post it on the Arty Farty Retreat page. So that is your weekend challenge. Bit of a tip for you, if you have got any rock salt, so not like the table salt, the kind of thin granules, but rock salt as in kind of big chunks of salt. If you have a very wet piece of paint, sprinkle some of the rock salt on, leave it to dry and see what effect that it has. You only need kind of a little bit here and there. Does it have to be A4? It doesn't have to be A4. I just happen to have A4 pieces of watercolour paper, so it doesn't have to be A4. yeah, just see what you're able to do, see what you're able to create, how many different techniques, how many different patterns you can create with the watercolours. Steph, I'm late again. Don't worry, you can catch up. Cheryl, I'm sure yours is going to look great. I'm sure yours is going to look brilliant. Carla, the girls are getting arty outside. That's cool. We all like a bit of creativity, and if you can do it outside, so much the better. As I say, all these videos are on the Facebook page afterwards, so don't worry if you miss anything. You can always catch up. It's not a problem. So weekend challenge, as many different colours, techniques, etc. as you can possibly get together. Doesn't have to be A4, it just so happens that mine's A4. As many as you can fit on the piece of paper that you've got. Someone say, Charlotte, what's Stitch doing? Stitch is reading tarot cards and tea leaf reading today. I don't know if you can see. With Hedwig. That's what he's up to today. He's finishing off his Harry Potter week, I think. Run out of A4 watercolour paper. Yeah, don't worry. Do you know why it doesn't have to be A4? Doesn't have to be A4 at all. So, keep going with your tree. Let me know how you're all getting on. Mine's starting to dry off a little bit now, so I'm going to keep going with it while these bits are still a little bit wet. All the way up to the top, so it's blended. Take a picture of this once it's done. Pop it on the comments underneath the video. Let me know how you're getting on. Don't forget to post on the Arty Farty Retreat page, or we have a group called Arty Farty People. You can always post your weekend challenges there. Let us know how you've got on. For those who weren't here at the beginning, just to let you know, next week it's paper craft. So for Monday's session at 2 o'clock, you will need 6 pieces of square paper, no smaller than A6 size. It will be a little bit tricky to do it a bit smaller than that, so no smaller than that, but kind of a little bit bigger is fine. Just normal paper is fine, just normal like printer paper, white paper, absolutely fine, and double-sided sticky tape, preferably. If you've got a glue stick instead, you can use the glue stick. It just takes longer to do because it takes longer to dry. So double-sided tape preferably for Monday. Have a very good weekend. Enjoy whatever it is that you're going to be up to. I think there's an Andrew Lloyd Webber musical. I'm not sure which one, but I think there's an Andrew Lloyd Webber musical that's going to be streamed for free over the weekend. I think on YouTube. So have a look out for that. Enjoy. We'll see you all on Monday. Let us know how you've all got on with your trees. I can't wait. It'll be beautiful to see. See you later.